Alright guys, I just wanted you to know real quick that my measurements are not the same as our project. I have a cylinder of diameter 60 and the hole that I'm projecting is a diameter of 30. So I just want to show you the constructions. You'll also notice that this view that I have with the cylinder pointing in this direction isn't necessarily right. So just focus on the constructions here rather than the setup or the layout of the actual drawing. You'll see here I've just drawn a circle as if you're looking at the top of the cylinder. The top view of the cylinder will look like this, with the hole there having a diameter of 30 millimeters. So if you're looking from the top, that's what the hole looks like in an isometric drawing. Now notice this is not a square, okay? If it was a square, that's what it would look like from the top. But because of the cylinder, it's kind of warped a little bit, and so I'll show you how to get the constructions. First of all, I want you to see the setup here. I've just divided the circle into parts of 8. Hopefully you can figure out the construction lines. This is 30 degrees, this line. That line's also 30 degrees, and that line just cuts the square that you construct, where this is also 30 diameter. Hopefully that's simple to understand. And so this point over here, I'm just going to draw a line here and over here. This line here is a very important line. This line over here, when we project it down, will actually be equal to this line over here. Okay, if I project that up like that, and that up, and that up to that line. That is 30, and that is also 30. This line over here and this line over here, which is the top of the cylinder, and I get it basically from projecting this line up and across like that, is a very important line. I'll show you here in a second. What we first have to do is join the points so we can find the construction along this line of axis. So I'm going to take where point 2 cuts the circle and join it to point 8. Like so. Point 3 and point 7 join it over there, and point 4 and point 6 join over there. So you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, which I'm going to project down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, we're well on our way to figuring this thing out. So once you have those construction points, it's actually kind of easy from here. Notice what I'm doing with my compass here. Okay, let me just get it right and then I'll show you. I'll move my hand so you can see. Alright, you guys know how to draw an isometric circle, right? You take that radius from the corner point over there and you draw it over there like that. Keep your compass at that distance, and what we're going to do is measure this, how far this is. So right here, from the top of the cylinder to my first point is 35. Let me just get an axis here real quick, because I'm going to use the same projection line to draw these circles. So from there to there is 35. Here's where I put my compass, remember, to project it out like that. Now I'm changing it by 35. I'm just moving it 35 along this 30-degree line. And if I'm accurate, when I draw a circle, it should cut through the... Let me just remeasure my thing again. 35, 35. Oh yeah, my compass changed lengths a little bit. Okay, there we go. What I should get is something that looks like that. And what you're going to do is do the same for the rest. So measure how far that is. That's 6 millimeters from that reference point. 6 millimeters. And I have 10 and 10. 10 and 10, and the last one is another 6. And then it's pretty easy. You just stick your compass on each one of those points, and it should line up with each line you drew on that axis. Like that. Alright, does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And then it's really easy. All you do from here is remember point 1. Point 1 is over there, and so is point 5. Point 5 and point 1 don't change. There's point 1 and point 5. How are we doing for time? Point 2 and point 8. Now we're not going to deal with this side of the circle just yet. We're going to do this side first. Point 8, go to point 8 and project it down where it cuts this reference point. So that. So where 8 cuts that, that's where that point should be, over there. Right there. There's point 8. Now I'm drawing it dark like this. Don't draw dark like this because these are obviously all constructions and you don't want them to be seen in your drawing. Same with point 7. Remember, point 7 is this line over here. When we projected this line down, we drew this circle. So where 7 cuts, should be over here. There's point 7. And the same with point 6. Point 6, we projected down and drew that circle. And if I project point 6 down, I get a point that cuts the cylinder over there. There's point 6. And there we have it. Basically, that's how our circle looks like that in isometric. If you want to use the French curves, or you can freehand it. Just for time, I'm going to freehand it here. Like this. And so your point will look something like that. Notice it's a little different from your circle and isometric over there. And the same principle we used to do this, we're gonna use to project. That's it.